that any human being can have. He's had an EEG scan at the hospital, and like we have a line in our brains, if you will. It constantly goes like that. My son doesn't have that. He has a solid line and then a burst suppression, and that's constant. So yeah, and he's fed through a gastrostomy tube. So apologies. So anyway, he spent February. So I said, look, I believe in God, and he sent him into this world, even though we knew he had part of the brain missing. He still sent him into this world. He's not going to take him from us straight away. And like I said, I'm proud to say, and my wife is proud to say, he turned 1 in February. He's doing really well. He has regular appointments. His vision's doing good. His hearing's good. He's had an assessment of his speech by the speech and language therapist. They've deemed him to have a safe swallow system. It doesn't move away from the fact that he has lifelong conditions. So my wife and I are up every single day, 7 days a week, and have been since last year, at 5:30 every morning. We don't go to bed till 11:30, because literally on the hour, every hour, as Isma knows, he's having either medication or feeds, and that's constant throughout the day. It's unbelievably tough, and you know, I wouldn't wish it on any child, but the most important thing is he's still with us. So when we brought him home, just coming on to my last few minutes, it was tough. We ended up going to Darien House, the children's hospice, amazing hospice by the way, and then we eventually came home and started the caring process. Totally brand new carers, parents but carers, and our focus was caring for his little boy and Daddy's little girl, his little madam, and it's so tough. But we forget about the other things in life. That living costs are going up. You know, how do we put food on the table? Never been a benefit man. Don't like benefits. Proud man. I want to provide for my family. But push towards doing things that I've never done before. And then the carer service was introduced. And honestly, we'd be lost without the carer service. You know, they've been amazing. So we've had days where, you know, and you know, I'm not embarrassed to say this because I've never been in this situation before. We wouldn't wish it on anybody. You know, we have prepayment meters at home because we know, you know, what we're paying and when we're paying. But they go down, and sometimes you can't afford it. And you know, you need something to tie you over with. Then Isma's like my personal advisor. I just ring her and say, Isma, is there anywhere we can get any support? You know, just tie us over with, and we can give a little bit back later. And she always helps. She's always got an answer. Sorry to throw that on you, Isma. But yeah, so she'll always either help us or point us in the right direction. So, you know, helping us with things like energy costs, duvets, pillows, as Sam mentioned, it's all been a massive help to us. One of the things that we really, our main objective for my wife and I, who honestly I'd be lost without, she's amazing, and vice versa, but you know, one of the main focuses for us is the quality of life for our little boy and our little girl, because we can't forget her. A lot of the time goes on the little boy, and we can't forget her. It's a lot for a 3-year-old to take in. So the carer service, having, you know, things like days out, you know, will take you out at a fraction of the cost of what it would cost you if you normally went out. It's amazing. It just, you know, makes you switch off from everything else. Yeah, we just been lost without them. So honestly, a massive round of applause to the carer service, and thank you very much.